Good God. Who knew 4 sets was going to be such a problem?
If you hop into one of these fasts, almost all right. This is working with Douglas here. Back, Big Doogle. Got another question. Hit me with that question.
All right. So straying away from the diet for a little bit, what are we? Am I allowed to do anything outside of the water and caffeine? So if I wanted to partake in maybe like a kombucha, or any other drink besides just the caffeine and water.
Yep.
What?
That's a great question. And that's so you're intermittent fasting, just to clarify here. And the question is, during a period of the fasting window, which I like to call your watering window, because it's really, we want to focus on what you're supposed to do, not just what you're not supposed to do, right? So the question is, like, can you drink kombucha during the fasting window? The answer is no. That's the simple answer. And only thing you want going in during the fasting window is water. And if you need some energy, etc., I like black coffee, no sugar, no dairy.
Gotcha.
So that's the simple answer. Just what can you do? You can do coffee and water.
Coffee and water. All right. Fair enough.
Now we get too complicated. Now we're just like slicing and dicing and stuff. So we keep it super simple. This is your first week into the program, correct?
Yes, sir. Sorry
Yes.
for my appearance, by the way, and my cooking right now, but brother had to do what a brother had to do.
Man, you are quite fine, sir. Quite fine. First week in the program, starting out about 300 pounds. What are you, 6'4"?
I wish. No, I'm more like 6'2".
Man, you say 6'2", but this man really like 6'3". he young Russell Westbrook played football.
On a good day, I'm 6'3", for sure.
Well, take it. I see you chopping up that broccoli. Got you on the meal plan. We
Yes,
cut
sir.
down got you, cut down about 500 calories to get you steadily losing and dropping that weight. Right now, you're starting out by getting your lungs in good order by hitting hit high intensity interval training for 3-4 times a week.
It's 4 times.
4 times a week. Okay. Just get you
Yep.
going, get you bottled up first week. Just focus on the food, building those habits. Focus on the nutrition. Nutrition of food. Meal got you on the meal plan, etc. And then get the workout habit going. So you had a question. What was your question again?
So my question is, when we're, I guess, on, living that corporate life or your business life, and you have to venture out on a social event, what do I do about food?
Okay, beautiful.
Do I just order something healthy off the menu? Do I just say, you know what, don't judge me and bring my own stuff, or what do I do?
Yep. So that's a great question. I think that's where a lot of people fall in their health and fitness journey. So I have 2 approaches. I'm sure there are other ways to do it, but these are the 2 that I've tried that have worked.
Yeah.
And these are the 2 that I would recommend testing out first. First and foremost, keep in mind that your total energy expenditure, right? Total caloric expenditure, or what you burn, is the set number, and that's going to dictate, the balance of what goes in versus what goes out is going to dictate your total weight, right? So
Okay.
in this case, we're most worried about getting total weight down, and specifically targeting fat by implementing intermittent fasting. So not telling you what to eat with intermittent fasting, but when to eat with intermittent fasting. And then your meal plan tells you what to eat, right?
Okay. Yep.
So here we can go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to stick to the meal plan because really care quite a bit about what you eat for the
Yeah.
nutritional value, and also to make sure that we line up your macros correctly for you to get the body that you want, right? But
Okay.
life gets in the way, and my tip number one is to either kind of save up your chips, your calorie chips. So
Mhm.
you might have, I think in your case, we got about like 2,800,
26.
2,600, to that we want to hit, or be slightly under on a daily basis. You could say, you know
Yeah.
what, I didn't make my food today. Like, it just didn't quite work out, or just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and save up those chips and stay within your window if you can, or change your window and narrow the amount of meals that you're having that day. So
Okay. That
instead of
works.
having breakfast, lunch, dinner, et cetera, you can say, I know this food is going to be higher in calories. It's going to be more calorie dense. I don't want to break my 2,600, so I'm going to take all my chips and line them up for this meal.
Okay.
So you're going mad, 1 meal a day, right? Or
Mhm.
you can save it up for 1 meal. Maybe it's 2 meals or whatever. Now, of course,
Yeah.
we at that point we may not properly hit your macros, but at
Yeah.
least we're within the total caloric intake.
Okay.
Right? Now,
Yeah.
if you can, save up, make sure you're within the caloric intake, and also maintain your macros, which is going to be pretty difficult to do because, or can be difficult to do, but if you can in the situation, then you would go ahead and do that. So first option and that might be like your second option if that's your only one. Your first option is to meal prep and bring it with you. So,
All right.
we're working on designing a lifestyle that works for you.
Okay.
Look, if you were a bodybuilder going to compete in a couple months or so, and we're going there, I'm going to tell you, look, it's important that we stick to it. But we're trying to design a life that works for you. So there are going to be days like this, and it's better that we manage it well rather than have you, try to hold some unrealistic standard, right? So you can
Yeah.
do the meal prep and bring it with you if you can. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe it's just work or something.
Yeah.
This is like an event, you're going to have some food on the table or whatever. Go ahead and consolidate your calories and spend it on that meal. Now you're going to be fasting longer, right?
Mm.
Right? You're going to
Yeah.
be not getting in you're not going over your calories, and you're going to try to stay within a particular time frame. Now, if you're doing only 1 meal, that's something I would do. I would just consolidate all my chips to that 1 meal. Then your timing doesn't matter because you're gonna do like a 123, right? So
Yeah.
1 hour, of eating, or 2 hours of eating, and then 22 or 23 hours of fasting, and then you go right back on track for the next day.
Okay.
You know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Does that
definitely answers. Yeah, that definitely answers my question. Cause it's not as you mentioned, it's not a formal event or anything. We were gonna, it's like a quarterly team lunch that we go to, so they will be perfectly fine if I just bring my own. Or I can even eat before and just go and partake in just the social aspect.
Right. But if it was a situation where you want to be part of the squad or whatever, now
Yeah.
if it's like 5 boxes of pizza, 2 things of ice cream, like if we're gonna end up with like 4,000 calories instead of our 26, we're gonna have to rethink this, because that's gonna set you
Yeah.
so far off track that it's like, whoa. But if we're gonna be able to stay within caloric intake, and you want to go ahead and partake with the squad, stay within your total calories using your meal pal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. And go ahead and I would just limit I would shrink the time frame so you're fasting longer, right? And then I would eat fewer meals, and just know you're not about to eat that meal and then go eat other meals. You're making a sacrifice. You got to sacrifice some way, right? You're not about to go eat the lunch with the squad and then also go home and eat a big ass dinner or whatever.
Gotcha. All right.
Something's
Fair
gotta give.
enough.
You gotta pick where it gives.
All right. Fair enough. That makes sense. And thanks for answering that question.
You bet. That's a critical question right there. You got any other questions?
No, all is good from my front. The diet's been good. As you can see, I'm chefing up before my fasting window ends. And workouts have been the HIIT workouts I've been doing solid. I don't know if you saw the note I posted in the app this morning, but it was a little bit more productive today. I was able to get 1 or 2 more reps in than I normally do when I was doing my HIIT. So
okay,
positive signs.
And just to describe here, what we have you doing here is 7 rounds of burpees. Now, if you think of rounds, like I had somebody the other day, I was describing this, and I realized I was being too complicated because they literally asked me the question like, what is a round? And I had never like fully considered that before. I was like, what do you mean, what is a round? Like, yeah, I was like, what do you mean, what is a round? But so a round meaning like a round of like a boxing, like 1 round, first round, second round, third round, fourth round, right? And a round consists of a period of rest and a period of work, right?
Gotcha.
So for this, we're doing we're breaking up a minute, and we're saying you're doing 20 seconds of work, 20 seconds of burpees, and 40 seconds of rest, right? So we're doubling that. That takes us to a minute. We're doing 7 rounds. That's 7 minutes.
Yep.
Right? So
yep.
Every day, what you're gonna try to do is hit your 7 and then hit 1 more. Day 2,
all right.
Day 2, hit your 7, then try to do 2 more.
Okay.
Day 3, hit your 7 and try to do 3 more.
Okay.
Just kind of push it a little bit. See what you can do.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. Let me know how that goes.
And that's very doable. All right, cool. I'll let you know, and I can also, since I figured out to leave comments on that app, I can do that also, so you can see the progression also.
Yeah. I saw your note actually. You left a comment, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So you figured it out.
I did figure it out. Took me a little while, but
You can only comment on completed workouts.
Only on completed. So if you click on one that was scheduled, say for tomorrow, or one that you have scheduled for today, you can go in and track it or whatever. But until you actually check it in to mark it complete, you will not be able to make a comment on it.
Okay, fair enough.
Which it kind of makes sense to me. I can see the logic behind it.
Yeah. And I'm gonna update it so that it actually shows you 7 rounds rather than actually like 1 or 2 rounds. Rather than 1 round, which is
that's what it's doing. But yeah, I do have a backup for that one. So I have the HIIT trainer thing that I use. So all as well.
Right. So just the app interval trainer.
Yep.
Quick little app. All right, bet. Beautiful. All right, bro. Yo, I don't want to hold you up too long, but you got any other questions or anything we should make sure we cover?
Nope, I'm good for now. If any questions, I'll definitely follow up with you.